Good morning, good evening and good afternoon YouTube. I'm gonna tell you today a few things I wish I knew before I moved to Ireland, which of course applies to every one of you who are just visiting or anything. And we're gonna start right away with a fun fact, which isn't that fun actually, and that is that Ireland has had more population in the 19th century than it has now. It has almost 6 million now and it had 8 then, which is very unique and rare among the developed countries, which Ireland certainly is. The reason for it is different wars, of course, and of course the Great Famine or the Great Potato Famine. Now, if you're interested in that topic, I have a whole video about that, which I will link somewhere in the description or comment. But yeah, who knew? But those 6 million who are here, oh, there's something. It's perfectly normal to walk into a pub and people start talking to you as if they know you for years and as if you see them every day. It's perfectly normal. They are so communicative and so different than any other North European country. It's actually astonishing. There's not a friendlier, wow, English language today, bunch anywhere I have ever been. Yet. They are also famously red-headed. Republic of Ireland is the country with the most red-headed people per capita in the world, and that with only, I think, about 10% Irish people being red-headed. So if you're into red-headed people, either male or female, this is a country to be in. Now I need a bin. Okay, that actually brings me to my next point. There's no bins in Ireland anywhere. I don't know how to explain it. In Croatia, where I come from, there's a bin every, like, I don't know, 50 meters in a park or anywhere. There's loads of bins to throw your bin things waste in. But yeah, in Galway, there's no bin in the town. I don't know why, but wish I knew.
We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any.
I wonder, should I get a pint now or no? Let's do this first. So when visiting Ireland or moving to Ireland, you should note that Dublin and maybe Cork is much different than the rest of the country, because Ireland is actually very rural, is that the word? I think it is, with many small towns and villages spotted around the country, which a much slower pace of life than what Dublin and Cork are. So if you're like me and not like big cities, which I don't, I spent my first 3 days in Dublin when I moved here and I got out of there, you should think about maybe picking some other place to live in except for those two biggest cities in the country. When you do eventually come here, and you really should at least once in your life, the main thing and my favorite place to go and see are cliffs of Moher. That place is just absolutely amazing. The 300 meters above the sea level cliffs that just plunge into the water are just outstanding. Now, if you go there, you really should take 3 or 4 hours hike both north and south of the official lookouts, because those spots are the best, not just the official, tourist thingy. And you should also know that if you're going there with a car, there's only one parking, and that's the only place where you can park, and they do charge for that, so that's a little bit shittish of them to like imprison the whole site like that. But yeah, it is what it is. Go and see cliffs of Moher. I did not expect that when I was coming here, and I wish I knew that, because I would spend more time there the times when I went there. English language. Okay, I know I fucked that up a little bit, but you get my point. And to pay for anything in Ireland, you will use euro, because Ireland is part of European Union. Now, this is not exactly the thing I wish I knew, because I didn't know it, but I can see on the internet much more often than I would expect that people don't know that Ireland uses euro and Northern Ireland uses British pound. It can be a little bit confusing, especially if you don't know that those are two different countries. Euros and only euros, nothing else, okay? Even though there are separate countries, which, let's be honest, they probably shouldn't be, but that's a topic for another video, which I will never make. But yeah, what they do have in common is they both use Type G power plugs and sockets, which I did not know when I was moving here, because Croatians use, I don't know the name of it, but it's different. You can forcefully use the Croatian ones here, but I wouldn't advise that unless you want to get electrified to death. So yeah, Type G sockets, Google it if you don't know what it is. Before I continue, if you like this, you might like other videos I make. I make 1 or 2 of them weekly, depending on the willpower I have that week. But yeah, I would really much appreciate if you click that subscribe button and enjoy the other content I make, except for this beautiful video we're making now. Thank you.
Go without your eyes are enough to make a hopeless situation full of light. I guess it must be.
Ireland isn't the friendliest place in the world to rent a car either. So if you're visiting and you have that in plan, think about it. It's very, very pricey. Insurance is insane, and the price for the second driver is just obscene. Plus, if you're not really experienced driver, I wouldn't recommend it because okay, they drive on the left, you can get used to that, but the roads are very narrow, and I won't say most often actually, but often not very well paved. Now, if you, despite that, decide to do that anyways, you will be rewarded with some amazing views and landscapes which are just beautiful. Now, one more thing regarding traveling through Ireland is internet. Now, you would think, because it's a developed Western European country, that it would be great, good, but it's not. Once you go off the road, or not just off the road, out of the big towns, the internet is shit. Like 3G and 4G sometimes don't even work on a highway between Galway and Dublin. I mean, it technically works for, I don't know, reading web pages and things like that, but YouTube, or try opening a YouTube video halfway through in Galway and Dublin and you're in for a treat. Disappointing, but it is what it is, and you should keep it in mind if you're gonna travel all around the country. On a plus side, if you're from EU, you should have the same internet package you have in your home country. If you're not, well, then your phone mobile provider is illegaling you. That's not a word. I don't think that's a word. Yeah, you should have the same internet package you have in your home country. Now, since I love food and cooking, I really wish I knew about Irish food. I didn't expect anything. I didn't actually thought about it when I was moving here. I know it's not the most famous cuisine in the world, but I love it. I mean, there milk produces, steaks, dairy, butter, amazing. But the thing I like the most is their stews in Ireland. They don't have like clear soups and things like that as we do in I know in Croatia, but many other countries I believe. But yeah, all their soups are like stews, let's say. I don't really know. Okay, wait, stews are brilliant. The seafood chowder I have almost every weekend, amazing. Any seafood in Galway, at least oysters for example, amazing. Didn't know that. So if you love seafood, you should like Ireland. We of course can't talk about things I wish I knew without talking about accommodation and renting. Now, I have a whole video about that which I'll link somewhere, but yeah, it is bad. Finding accommodation here is a real chore. Is that a word? I think it is. Yeah, it's shit. And even if you find one, it's most likely to be shit. Currently, if you're coming here either for visit or moving, even just for visiting, I have a friend coming to visit me in a month. They said that the hostels in Dublin are like 70 euros for weekend. It's shit. Yeah, accommodation, shit, renting, shit. Everything else, you should really come here and see for yourself, because I just love this place. If you like this video, press the like button. If you didn't, press the dislike one. If you loved it, press the subscribe button. There's over 2,000 of you now. Enjoy our Discord server, which I made by myself, and come and check to us. That would be it. I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna have a pint now.